So today we are taking advantage of a beautiful spring day to come outside and do a little partner stretching and balance work. So this is a really fun class to do with a family member or a loved one or a friend. So we'll go ahead and get started. So this is my daughter. She's volunteered to class with us today. So we're gonna go ahead and start in a straddle. So you're gonna let your legs come out long. If one of you is significantly more flexible than the other or taller, then you can bring your feet to the inside of the ankles, or you can come foot to foot. She's more flexible than I am, so I'm gonna bring my feet to the inside of her ankle. We're gonna come up nice and long in the spine. Take hold of wrists, nice and tall, inhale long, and then I'm going to gently pull her forward as she keeps that nice long back. Okay, so she gets to say when she's reached her edge, you okay right there? Okay, so she might come a little bit further. I'm keeping my back nice and long to protect my back and my shoulders as I pull her forward. Okay, and she's good right there, so we're just gonna stay right here and breathe. And then inhale back up and go the other way. So she's gonna keep her back long. I'm gonna keep my back long, folding forward. And inhale back up, nice long spine. Good, release. You're both gonna take your right hand, take hold of their partner's wrist, nice and tall in the spine, then bring the left hand out, up and over. With the right hand, we're gonna gently pull towards each other. So I'm pulling her towards me, she's pulling me towards her, reaching up and over, stretching into the side body. And inhale up, switch sides, gently pull your partner towards you, and then reach up and over. And inhale up. And now one partner is going to come into a butterfly position, so go ahead and draw your feet in. And then I'm gonna bring my feet to her shins. She doesn't have to be as close in here as she is. She could bring her feet a little bit further out, so it just depends on the flexibility of the person that you're working with. Both of you are gonna take a nice long spine, take hold of wrists, drop long in the spine. I'm gonna gently ease her towards me. She's gonna keep her back really long. And then she can let her shoulders and her head round. And then I'm gonna wiggle my feet just the tiniest bit to kind of trick her hips into loosening up and letting go. You'll notice my back is nice and long to protect my back. If I do this, then that's gonna hurt. So staying nice and tall. Wiggle it out. Again, she gets to say how deep she wants to go. Are you good there? Mm-hmm. And inhale back up. Now she's gonna pull me forward over my legs, keeping my back nice and long. Folding forward. She's keeping her back long. And inhale back up. Beautiful. Go ahead and switch. Taking hold of each other by the wrist. Nice long spine. Pulling forward. She's going to give that little wiggle in the feet. And inhale up, switching. I'm gonna pull her forward, keeping your spine nice and long. Okay, right there. come back to center. Good, now we're gonna try a fun balancing pose. So we're gonna bring both our feet together. The feet are gonna come a little bit wide, like maybe off your mat. If we get this on the first try, it'll be somewhat of a miracle. So you're gonna bring your hands together, take hold of your wrists. You're gonna press against each other's feet. We're gonna lift our back foot up about part way, and then the front foot coming into a balance. So there, pressing against each other's feet, and there, and then straddle. Woo! First try. And down. You can take another try at it if you want. Sometimes it's really tricky to do the first time, so we'll try one more time. Communication with your partner is important, so you both know what you're doing. Spine is long, taking hold of your wrists. If this is uncomfortable, you can just take hold of fingertips, but coming a little closer usually makes your balance easier. So we're gonna come into the back foot first. Press, press, press. See, our knees are still bent. We don't go all the way straight yet. Front leg, and straighten. Woo! Nice job. Okay, we're gonna have one partner come down onto their belly in a child's pose. So you wanna come down into your child's pose first. Okay, if one of you is significantly larger than the other, this might be a little bit challenging. Have the bigger person on the bottom. I'm gonna sit right here on the back of her hips, so my almost sliding off the back of her tailbone. And then easing back into a bridge. So reaching your hands overhead. You can even take hold of hands. Opening up. You okay? And roll back up. Good. And then go ahead and switch partners. Or let the smaller person be on top twice. So she's almost gonna slide off the tailbone. And I can give just a little bit of traction on her arms to lengthen her spine. And roll back up. So this is a great stretch for the person on the bottom and for the person on top. If it's uncomfortable for you to have your knees right close together, it's okay to come a little bit wider if you're the one that's in the child's pose, if that's more comfortable. Great, okay, she's gonna go ahead and come all the way down onto her belly now, stretching the shoulders. So I'm gonna kneel on the back of her legs. So my knee comes right here to the crease of the glutes. I like to keep my feet on the ground for balance. It feels more secure to me. If you'd like, you can bring your feet onto their legs. That feels kind of uneasy to me. If the person on the ground is a lot smaller, you can also just kneel to the sides of the body so that you're not on their legs. Okay, so I'm gonna take hold of her wrist. She's gonna take hold of my wrist. I'm gonna gently ease her up. Now your shoulders are only about 40% in the sockets on a good day. We'd like them to stay there. So, going nice and easy. She gets to say how deep she'd like to go. Are you okay right there? More or less? Right there, okay. So gently drawing the shoulders back, again being super aware of how deep the person's ready to go and their comfort in this position. We don't want any pain or discomfort in the shoulders. And easing back down. Good, now I'm gonna come to standing. Go ahead and stay right there. I'm not gonna be able to come as high in this position because of the angle on the shoulders. But we're gonna do the same stretch. Again, my back is long, so I'm not hurting myself. Gently easing her back. You okay right there? A little bit more. And keeping your gaze down towards the mat so the neck is long. So bring your gaze down just a little bit. There you go. And release. Let your partner rest for a moment. Feel good in the shoulders? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then when you're ready, go ahead and switch. So again, she can kneel on my legs right at the crease of the glutes, feet on the ground. Take hold of my wrist. Now there should be no pain in the low back or the shoulders. I'm going to draw up, neck is long. A little bit more. Remember to breathe, of course. And release. Then she's going to come up to standing, keeping her back nice and long. And lift. This feels really good in the shoulders. And release. Good. And if you'd like, after you have your turn, you can push back to a child's pose. Just take a little counter pose. Good. And then we're going to take a standing balance pose. So we're going to take tree pose. So we're going to turn in opposite directions. So she's facing back, I'm facing forward. You're going to take your inside hand, reach it up together, so palms together. Obviously, if one of you is a lot taller, we're about the same height, but you can just bring your hand to the wrist. Your outside hand is going to come around behind your back and hook fingers. And then we're going to bring our weight into our inside leg. The outside leg is going to come up into a tree. So the foot can come above or below the knee. Beautiful. Sometimes this one's a little tricky to get on the first try. So be patient with yourself, talk to your partner. And release. And switch sides. So inside hand, palms together, come up to the sky. Outside hand comes around behind you. Eat my hair, there we go. Weight into the inside foot, outside foot comes up to the thigh, or to the calf, or even just to the ankle for tree pose. Woo! Our tree's swaying in the wind a little bit. And release. Beautiful. To finish up our little practice, we'll come back down to the mat. Hands to heart center. Say thank you to your partner, and namaste.